Hi, let's imagine we have some graph of x and y. Y is the distance in meter, and x is the time in second. And we have some line. And this line represents the connection between distance and the time. And we have some point of time and the distance. 1, 2, 3, 4, and distance 10, 20, 30, and 40. And what if we want to know how the distance change as the time change? We want to know the rate of the change. And we have to just take some point, for example this point, and we just have to divide distance and by time. Our distance is 20 and our time is 2. And we get 10 meter per second. So this expression means that at this point distance has been changed on 10 meter in 1 second. And what is this? This is the velocity. Is a measure of the rate of the change. And we can take another point, for example this point. And also to get the rate of the change, to understand how the distance at this point has been changed at as time has been changed. We have to just divide distance 40 and by time 4, and we get 10 meter per second. This also means that at this point distance has been changed on 10 meter in 1 second. So we get velocity, measure of the rate of the change at this point. And to get better understanding to this, we can paint another graph of y, where y is the velocity in meter per second, and x, where x is the time in the second. And we have to just take this point and paint this in this graph. So we get some point of time 1, 2, 3, 4, and some point of velocity 10, 20, 40, and 40. And we just look at it. The first example is 10 meters a second in the second time. So we look at 10, this point. Second example is the 10 meter per second too. And we can paint some line, and this line represents the connection between velocity and the time. And this means that velocity is constant in each point of time. Velocity is the same. So we have two graphs. First graph is distance and time, and second time is velocity at time. And this graph represents the connection between distance and time. This graph shows us that in this point and in this point, these 2 points show us how the distance change as time change, and show us the velocity, show us the rate of the change. And the second graph shows us the velocity, and this shows that this is a constant, so it means that at each point on this point the velocity is the same. But what is velocity? Velocity is derivative. And what is this graph? This graph shows us derivative. So this graph represents derivative by time.